last video, we discussed confidentiality concerns and attorney-client privilege risk when using AI. Today, we need to address a related but distinct issue: cybersecurity. While confidentiality focuses on the intentional sharing and use of your data, cybersecurity deals with the risk of that data being stolen, leaked, or compromised by malicious actors. This isn't just a theoretical risk. As legal professionals increasingly use AI tools, we're inadvertently creating new, attractive targets for cybercriminals, and many of us don't fully understand the security implications of how these systems store and handle our information. Unlike a traditional word processor, where your document lives on your computer, AI interactions typically involve sending your data to external servers owned and operated by AI companies. This means that months or years of your confidential communications, case strategies, client information, and sensitive documents could all be stored in systems you don't control, creating centralized databases of your most sensitive information. Think about that for a moment. If you've been using AI tools regularly for legal work, there could be a comprehensive archive of your practice's most confidential information sitting on servers owned by third parties, potentially accessible to anyone who successfully breaches those systems. Many AI platforms automatically store your entire conversation history. This might seem convenient. You can return to previous conversations and reference earlier work. But from a cybersecurity perspective, this creates enormous risk. Every case you've discussed, every client matter you've analyzed, every strategic document you've asked the AI to review, it could all be sitting in one hackable location. A single successful cyber attack could potentially expose not just one conversation or one case, but everything you've ever shared with that AI system. And hackers are sometimes just one part of the problem. Some ChatGPT users recently learned that some settings in their profiles that were allowing them to share conversations with others made their conversations public and therefore searchable by search engines like Google. This is different from traditional cybersecurity risks, where attackers might target specific files or databases. With AI conversation histories, attackers or purveyors of the internet could potentially access a comprehensive view of your entire legal practice. The risks don't stop with your own data. Most AI systems serve thousands or millions of users. A successful attack on an AI platform could potentially expose information from all users of that system simultaneously. This means that a single breach could affect multiple law firms, creating industry-wide data exposure events. Imagine if hackers gained access to a popular legal AI platform. They could potentially access sensitive information from hundreds of law firms all at once. We've already seen examples of this in other industries. In early 2023, there were reports of a security incident with ChatGPT where a bug allowed some users to see chat history titles from other users' conversation histories. While this particular incident was reportedly limited and quickly addressed, it illustrates how cross-user data leakage can occur. Another major concern is persistent storage. When you save a document to your computer, you control that file. You can delete it, encrypt it, or move it to a secure location. But when you share information with AI systems, you often lose that control. The data you've shared may persist in ways you can't monitor or delete. Even if an AI company offers options to delete conversation histories, you typically can't verify that the deletion actually occurred across all their systems, backups, and data centers. This creates long-term exposure risk. Information you shared months or years ago could still be vulnerable to future attacks, even if you've forgotten you ever shared it, or if you've since implemented better security practices. Cybercriminals can target AI systems through various methods. They might launch direct attacks on the AI company's servers, exploit vulnerabilities in the AI software itself, or use social engineering to gain access to employee accounts at AI companies. The challenge is that most legal professionals have limited visibility into the security measures employed by AI companies. You might not know how your data is encrypted, where it's stored geographically, how often systems are updated, or what happens to your data if the AI company is acquired or goes out of business. With the recent bankruptcy of tech company 23andMe, the long-term issue of data security of sensitive information is a tremendous concern for all users. So what can legal professionals do to address these risks? First, carefully evaluate the security practices of any AI service before using it with sensitive information. Look for companies that provide transparency about their data handling, encryption practices, and security measures. Consider using AI tools that offer strong privacy protections, such as services that don't retain conversation data or that provide enterprise-level security controls. Practice data minimization. If you can accomplish your goals with AI tools without inputting the most sensitive client information, do so. Anonymize or generalize your inputs whenever possible. Regularly audit what information you've shared with AI systems and take advantage of any data deletion options that are available. The key takeaway is this: using AI tools with sensitive information isn't just the immediate privacy and privilege concerns we discussed in our last video. It's also about creating new cybersecurity risks that could persist long after you've finished using these tools. Think of AI systems like digital storage units that you rent but you don't control. You can put your valuable belongings in them and they might be secure, but you're ultimately trusting someone else to protect your most important assets. And if their security fails, you could lose everything. This doesn't mean you should avoid AI tools entirely, but it does mean you need to approach them with the same cybersecurity awareness you'd apply to any other technology that handles sensitive information. The convenience and efficiency gains of AI are real, but so are the security risks.